Hello everyone, this is Fame from Eurovision Crave, and I'm here joined by our new queen of pop of Eurovision, Kaleen.
Thank you so much.
How are you doing, my love?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm so happy to see you again.
Yeah, it's so nice.
You were one of the first ones that I ever interviewed at Eurovision this year, and I had such a lovely time. I still remember that orange outfit that you had at the Madrid pre-party.
It was here, and it's
Stunning.
so crazy.
Stunning.
Yeah, thank you.
So before we go in this whole Eurovision thing, there's something that came to my mind today. I was like, so your real name is not Kaleen.
Yeah.
Is that some sort of like a stage persona, or is it who you really are? Like, who is Kaleen? Who you would say?
Who I really am? Well, I think first of all, I do have two personalities. I feel like maybe everyone does a little, but my mom always said when I walk on stage, I'm a different person. Therefore, I feel like, yeah, it is a persona, but also like Kaleen is so confident. She's not scared of anything. And therefore I like, now maybe this sounds weird, but if I wish I could be a bit more like Kaleen in my personal life, because there I'm really shy, I'm introverted, I don't go up and talk to people. Yeah, I would never go on stage with a top that pops open. And all
So I go.
We all know that now.
Yeah.
So yeah, it definitely helps to let all of the things out that I would not let out in my private life. But I do try to combine them as I get older and older and older, just to have a feeling of I am who I want to be on stage and in private, because I feel like that's really important.
But that is crazy when you tell me that, because you have been on the stage your whole life, like since you were a little child, and then you were on so many TV shows, you were doing Eurovision at such a young age. I saw that video that you posted a few weeks ago, like you were holding flags and then you were rehearsing at Eurovision still. It's like, did you need for Kaleen to be born now to kind of like let everything out?
Well, I feel like I always had this persona. Maybe she was not called Kaleen because Kaleen was like, okay, I'm going to use Kaleen for my music. Beforehand, I was on stages before, but when I did the stand-in, for example, Kaleen as an artist who releases music did not exist yet because I did not have my own songs yet. So it's kind of everything in life has steps and different times for every single thing. And I feel like for me or for Kaleen, it was great to grow up on stages, but eventually, feel that need to define that in some sort of way, what is happening with me on stage. Also, this dream of being on stages with my own songs and not just dancing background or rehearsing for someone else. And therefore, I just needed Kaleen to happen.
And it happened.
Yes, it did.
Finally, you got your time to shine this year. And oh my God, like I remember the first rehearsals that we attended in Malmö.
Yeah.
I was flabbergasted. It was incredible.
Thank
that
you
that
so
dance
much.
break was just stunning. And it feels like you have been like preparing this for so long and you wanted this to be so perfect.
Yeah.
Because like down to from the look, the outfit, this like warrior princess, and then the song, you revamped it a little bit as well and it changed the whole thing. The choreography, the staging, everything was so good.
Thank you.
And now
very
looking
much.
back, and when you watch that performance, how do you feel that you finally achieved it and you did it?
I actually, now that you say it, I realize I think I have not watched it back once.
Have you not?
No, I just cut it back and forth,
Girl.
for Instagram and TikTok and all of the different reels. But Eurovision, neither. I did not sit on my couch, turn on the whole 3-4 hour show
I
and
get
just
you.
watch it back. I don't know why. I have to do that.
No, honestly, like it's the same for me as well. Because like this week is so intense in emotions and everything. Like you kind of want to remember that. Because like you have a different way of seeing things when you're in there.
For me, it
and
was
it's
probably a different experience.
Absolutely.
And then especially in interviews and people are asking, well, how was it for you? Like, oh my God, this happened and that happened. I was like, what happened? Like I was in my bubble. I had my own movie that I was staring in, and it was perfect for me. And therefore whatever happened that people said, oh my gosh, and blah, blah, blah. Of course you could feel it a little, but for me, also because I worked so hard and I knew that this was just such a big thing in my life, such a big step. it was most important to make it perfect for me at that moment. And I did not want to let anyone take that away.
And you just said that it was perfect. However, there was something happening. And honestly, like, in my opinion, if that happened another year, that would have been the big scoop, being like, how the hell did they manage to mess up this like incredible moment in the performance? So that happened. You get off stage. Do you realize it happened? Did someone tell you, or what's happening?
At first, no. I did not at all. I went off stage and I was so happy. For me, it was that perfect moment. Everything just kept, rising, energy, all of the rehearsals and everything. And then it all exploded. That was my Eurovision final moment. Yeah. And then we had to hurry because we were the last ones. Yeah. And we had to be in the green room in order for the recap thing to work out with us being on the sofas. And so we had to run, actually, and therefore there was no time to talk to people about, was it good for you? Of course, they asked like sound-wise, and everything was good, so you can't ask for a rerun because of that. But then once I was on the couch, someone came up to me and said, well, do you want to do it again? Like someone of my team, and I was like, why? Why would you want to do it again? And then someone else said, well, the camera, like I don't know it was the exact words they said. It just froze. And I was like,
well, the best part, 10 seconds.
Yeah, it was really a weird part for that to happen.
I mean, that's like the climax of the whole thing. That's what you want to showcase, right?
Yeah, it's really weird. And I actually, on TikTok, I think someone posted a video of Chanel's dance break, also camera freezing. Yeah. And how it would have felt. And watching that, I was like, okay, yeah, actually, you all have a point that it was not okay that this happened, because for me, it was fine. My only concern was, please correct it for YouTube, so that if people just YouTube Kaleen We Will Rave, they see the whole thing. Yeah, but other than that, it was my perfect moment, and I knew before I even went into the whole Eurovision thing that I did not want to let this perfect moment be ruined by results. And this camera moment, if people like wanted to say, well, this ruined the results or whatever, maybe, I don't know, we will never know. But it was not important for me because I felt the energy, I felt the audience, and that was why I was there, and not to show the world that I could do a backflip. Yeah.
Well,
maybe you want to show.
We want to see that on TV as well.
Yeah, but for me, it was more my feeling that was important. Like if I would have messed up the whole thing and the camera would work, that would have been the worst, probably. And it never happened.
Did you have the option? Did you have the option to redo it or not?
They did not ask us, no, because also they were not sure at that time what actually happened. I think we are still not sure. But we just knew, we were the last ones. The recaps already happened. The voting this year started like at the beginning of the show anyway. So yeah, it was a perfect moment. So why try for an even more perfect moment? Yeah. And therefore
you kind of lived your moment and you took it in, basically.
Exactly. Yeah. So and now
when you look back to this whole like Eurovision season, because it's the whole like, it starts, I mean, Eurovision season starts in September, but like when you're selected, it starts like with the pre-parties, the promotion, everything. Looking back, what would you say is like your fondest memory that you remember? You're like, wow, this was like so wholesome and I felt so good.
Well, I think it was that there are definitely more than just one. And thinking about every single thing that happened, I think Madrid actually stood out to me because it was the first time that I saw other artists, that we were all on stage with our flags, that I heard the crowd sing We Will Rave, and they were really loud. Yeah. So I can't wait for tonight.
Get ready. They're crazy.
I know, no. And therefore, that was already such a special moment. I think also just performing it in the arena for the first time. Partying in the green room at the semifinals, for example, because there it was still a feeling of, let's do it again tomorrow, hopefully, and the day after. Whereas in the finals, it is this concluding feeling. And so I was very positive and very euphoric, but it was not that party feeling. It was more that I'm so grateful, but not that let's get up and rave to Europapa, what's now on TikTok as well.
I saw that.
So yeah, too many positive memories, and that's such a champagne problem, and I'm so grateful to have that.
And I feel like it was such a great year in terms of the energy with the artists. Like everyone just got along so well. Everyone
Yeah.
just loved each other. I feel that there was this feeling of family, of community.
Yeah.
And for example, from that Eurovision family, if you would collaborate with one artist now, who would you choose to make a song with?
It depends on what song we want to make.
Okay,
Probably.
I'm gonna give you a few options, yeah?
Okay.
Okay, you're gonna make a ballad with someone, then you're gonna have a Euro trash pop song with someone,
Okay.
and then you're gonna have, wait, what other genre is there?
Well,
Genre of your
it's
choice
already
with
a
someone.
lot,
There we go.
anyways, a nice ballad.
The guys with Estonia.
Yes. Yes, that's a good one. Yes. That's really funny, actually. Yeah. There are just too many. Well, people are asking now for Joost Kaleen, which I think could work really, really well.
Did you say Joost Kaleen?
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds incredible, by the way.
That could be really cool.
Joost Kaleen sounds really good.
Yeah, we should see if we can make that work. I just hope that I get to see all of them again. I feel like that's the thing, because there was a WhatsApp group apparently.
You were in it?
No.
Okay, was it
Or
who
maybe
was it?
someone pretended
Was
to
it
be
Kenzie,
me.
Kenzie from Megara that opened it, right?
I think so, yeah. Well, at least that's what I heard from
Okay.
some interview, and
Yeah.
I'm sure that there was no like, let's not put Kaleen into it. I just feel like maybe I don't know how they reached out to people,
Yeah.
and maybe Instagram just I got so overwhelmed by all of this community growing surrounding me, and therefore I missed the message. I don't know, but yeah, therefore it was so hard to stay connected to everyone, especially after and also in between, because it was a special year. Our hotel was not the hotel where other artists were in, so I feel like we lost contact, which of course it always happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, it would be nice to just have a reunion. We talked about it there. I think I talked about it with Celia and with Nutsa. It would be nice to just go to some Greek island and have all Eurovision artists there to just have a party or something.
Are you in contact with someone, with anyone from the Eurovision Artists group now?
Not really. Celia reached out to me and we did exchange phone numbers.
I saw her last weekend.
Oh,
She's having her best time.
oh, that's
She's living
great.
her life.
Yeah, she's still in Greece, right?
I saw her in Greece.
Yeah, but apart from that, not really, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I feel like because also it felt like a family, definitely, and I totally agree, but also it feels like this.
Yeah. Everybody's also very focused on what they're doing, like
Yeah,
this whole
and
thing.
you do have different schedules. So even for me, for example, a day of the finals, because I was in the flag parade, and then I had like 3 hours
By
in
the way,
between.
did you see that video of you at the flag parade, the first rehearsal, with Australia in the
yeah,
back?
they told
I
me.
was like, girl, what's going on?
Yeah, it's really crazy. Also because you just don't know.
Yeah,
because
no.
you're just walking.
You were there
and
with
you
your
feel
little flag, and I was like, okay,
and
that's not
anything could have
Australia.
happened behind me at that moment. I was like, everything collapsing.
Yeah.
And we're like, no, yeah, it was really funny. And they apologized when I got off stage. And I was like,
Yeah.
what happened? I don't
I
know what
mean,
happened.
that day was very heavy. A lot of
Yeah.
things happening backstage, a lot of
Yeah,
things
yeah.
happening like in the press and everything. Looking back, like it was such a not problematic, but there was a lot of things happening in Eurovision. There were a lot of problems, people were talking everything, and now they're doing investigations, they're like publishing all these things. How did you live that whole experience, in the sense that did it affect you? Did it like make you feel some sort of way? Because a lot of people were feeling sad, a lot of people feeling
Yeah.
pressure and everything. Like for
Well-
example, Joost Klein being like disqualified last minute, nobody knows
What
what's
actually
happening.
happened? Yeah.
So
Well, it was definitely special in a strange kind of
Yeah.
way, because you just did not know, okay, what's going to happen today and all of that. But at the same time, and I think that's what my team did really well, is that they just reminded me of, you know, we are a community, and Eurovision is about uniting, but still you're here, Austria, you're here for you because this is your dream.
yeah.
And not to like ignore anything that's happening, but still you have to be really careful with what you put into your mind. in order for it to stay healthy, because I think it's so easy. Like with being nervous, I think maybe it's the same thing, because people ask me, well, are you not nervous? It's 200 million people and all of that. And not even for a second did I think about that, because I knew that if I started to think about that, that would go really fast. Yeah. Exactly. And I think it was, for me, it was the same with all of the things that were happening. Of course, you're curious what's happening. Is that like, is it the right thing to do to disqualify someone? But we all weren't there. I wasn't there. I don't know their reasons. I don't know his reasons. And everyone has its own mission there. Yeah. And for me, I just try to fulfill my personal one. Yeah. Although some people might think it's ignoring other things, but just from my mental health, which is also a big part of a Eurovision experience, I feel like people underestimate that.
I mean, it's your own experience as well, first of all. Yeah. You cannot get mixed with everything that's happening. Yeah. You know.
I mean, of course, yeah, you want to say something, please do, but also just be aware that then maybe you're down a path where it might be harder for you to go up on that stage and deliver what you've been working so hard for. It's a choice, and I just chose to do this. And be grateful for the team, be grateful for my moment there. And now of course it's really interesting also to hear different sides of everything. I still don't know what's right. I still don't know what's wrong.
Nobody knows.
Maybe we'll find out one day. But it was a very special Eurovision this year, yeah.
And now, let's say you get a call, be like, Kaleen, do you want to come back or not?
Who's calling?
I don't know. What country do you want? Well, I guess Austria is calling you. Be like, Kaleen, do you want to come back on the stage? What do you say?
Well, if I have the right song and if it feels good and authentic, definitely, why not? I still feel that Eurovision is the greatest production we have on the planet. It has the greatest community. It was so supportive. It still is. So why not? And a lot of people also said, because I got second to last, if you want to say it that way.
What the hell was that?
Yeah, but not even like...
I mean, I'm sorry. I was like, this is impossible. Like, this is a joke. But it's just like votes and stuff.
Exactly. Like, it's just votes. And therefore, it's not unsuccessful. And a lot of people are saying, or some people are saying, it was unsuccessful, it was a flop and all of that. And I was like, well, you know, I got the stage, I presented myself, and lots of people still like what I do. So why was it not
You're in
successful?
Madrid. You're performing in Madrid tonight.
Exactly.
As an Austrian artist.
Exactly.
That's not a flop to me.
Therefore, I feel like you cannot not win at Eurovision. And therefore, definitely.
And you've been a busy girl since Eurovision as well. You've done some performances here and there. You went to Bulgaria, I saw. You were doing this Pride in Austria with Conchita and everything. How things have been for you since then?
It feels kind of like a new life a little, because it was always the dream, of course, being on the big Eurovision stage and just opening the door for me as an artist to evolve in this new world. And that's what's happening. It's also a lot of hard work, because now we have an even bigger team that was there when Eurovision happened. So it still needs a little time to figure out, okay, you're doing this, you are doing this is the deadline for this. Because at Eurovision, everything's just so structured. So it's easy to do a lot in little time, whereas now you have a lot of time, but also a lot of things to do, but no deadlines. So it's just finding a way of working with all those amazing new people that we have at the moment. That takes a little time. Also, and I feel like I still have not really done that, settling the whole Eurovision experience within yourself, but also at the same time, because I'm very impatient, my whole team would say, yes, she is. I would love to show you all of the new songs that we have planned already and just everything, but things just take time, and that's something that I still gotta learn. That you have to prepare in order for the next shot to be as good as your last one. And that's what we're doing right now. So it's very important, a very important step of the whole thing that people or artists very rarely talk about, the whole preparing
Yeah.
things.
Oh, for sure.
So that's where we're in at the moment. But I'm very excited for tonight.
But wait, so what's happening for Kaleen in the following months? Are we getting an album, an EP, or because I feel like you're sitting on a lot of songs now.
Yeah, so we're like
So-
figuring out what's the best thing to do. Putting out lots of new songs at one point, or releasing them, you know, bit by
Single by
bit.
single,
Also
yeah.
finding what's the perfect connection to We Will Rave. Is
Yeah.
it something similar, something 90s similar, or completely similar, or completely different? Like, there are just so many options. And
Are you giving me
therefore-
like the examples of songs that you have in the pocket now? Okay, so we have a song that's similar to Will Rave. We have a song that's like 90s disco. We have something completely different. We have a ballad. Do we have a ballad?
I think a ballad is not in there
Okay.
yet. No. Well, I do have lots of ballads, but it's
Yeah.
from pre-Eurovision Kaleen. Because I still write myself, but yeah, all of those ones have to be revamped like completely, probably.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so a lot of new things are happening, and like I say, really, I'm the one pushing every single day, and I'm like, well, I just want to get this ready because I want to show the world. I don't want to stop here, not at all. Like, it's just use the momentum.
It's your moment to shine. It's
Yeah,
your
thank
moment
you,
to like
yeah.
go for it, because like you did it now, and from now on it's just gonna go all the way up. And I want to wrap this up by, you have to tell people where you're gonna be this summer. So I feel like you have some things planned. You're going to London for this Eurofest thing.
Exactly, we're going
You're
to
doing
London.
a lot of other events.
We're
as
going
well.
to Budapest, now we're in Madrid. Something in Switzerland might happen.
Amsterdam
Where
Pride.
else? Amsterdam.
I heard about that.
Exactly. Then some other things in Austria, and we're still on a lot of other things. That's just the thing that also happened at Eurovision for me, although I knew production-wise what I was getting into, the whole aftermath of being an artist trying to have live performances. What do you need? A booker? I don't have one. I didn't even have a maid. You don't need to have a major label, but I did not even have a management getting into Eurovision. It's really growing into this team where, like I already said, everyone just knows what they're doing, and therefore we did not approach festivals or events until like 2 months ago, and everyone's of course already fully booked.
Obviously.
So
But you
we'll
like, is this,
do it next year.
How do you say it? Like, is this Siget?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're doing that.
That's
yeah.
kind of huge, by the
Yeah.
way.
No,
That's really good.
I can't wait. Yeah, some popped up and some reached out, and therefore I'm just really grateful for every single event that's happening.
Yeah.
But I also know that, I know we're a little late
It's
in the
fine.
process.
But you're still like performing everywhere this summer. So
Yeah, well, I'm doing my best, and also I'm not here to stop with We Will Rave. So we're just, using everything that we have in order to be at every festival next summer, and every other thing that's happening. So lots of
so exciting
things.
Last
Thank
message
you.
for everyone from Eurovision that's following you now and that love We Will Rave.
Just that I'm extremely, extremely grateful also for We Will Rave Day, for example. You really showed the world, the community, and me that it's all teamwork. That's what I always say. I would not be here without you guys, because I could also just disappear into the unknown and no one would ever talk about it again. But you spoke up because of the camera thing. You spoke up because of the We Will Rave Day. You defend me if someone comments I don't like We Will Rave, and it's so much more than I could ever ask for. So I'm so grateful for every single raver out there. Maybe at some point we have to find a different name, because We Will Rave is not going to be the only song that's out there from Kaleen, but we will find that together like we did Raver. No, I'm just extremely grateful and very, very excited to take you on that journey with me.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Oh, that was so sweet.